Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome to what is very much a test flight. I'm laughing because while it was just doing the countdown and the introduction, everything started going a little bit pear-shaped and I started getting some error messages coming up to do with the bit rate. So I hope that this is coming through well. It's been a while since I have I've streamed. But I've got everything set up now, so I thought I would do a little stream flying the Huey. This is the latest version of Taog's Hangar's Huey. It's a gorgeous helicopter, and I just thought it was a good chance to have a look at it and also see if everything was working. So welcome to the stream. Good to have you along, and I shall try and get this going. Right, so head tracking off. Let's just send to that and try and remember how to start this thing. So we want, let's have a look. Battery is, try and remember, there we go. Quick pop down there, and we need to switch that off before it drives us insane. We have got normal on. Starter generator is in start mode. That all looks okay. That's fine. Inverter's off for the time being because we don't want that. And then down here, if I remember, right, 4 streams in, hydraulics are in, that's fine. Chip detector is okay, and that's looking all right down there. Cushy. Right. Let's just reset that. Give it a quick test, why not? There we go, all the lights come on, don't panic, and then let's reset that again. Okay, keep going to press that button because I was flying the H-160 and that normally gives me a nice view of the overhead, but I haven't set it up yet. So let's get some lights on, get positions to steady. That's all good, happy with that. Don't need to do the wipers, although the update I seem to remember gives you faster wipers. You won't go wrong in life with faster wipers. Right, just check controls. Yep, that's working, that's okay, and the pedals, so I've got all that set up. Right, so next thing I'm going to do is introduce some fuel. I'm going to try and be as quiet as I can while we do the engine start, so you can hear the beautiful engine start sounds rather than me waffling. So the RPM to get to 40, and then we'll introduce some fuel. Pop outside. That keeps doing that to me, that. Hey Hans, how you doing? Go. I can see the desktop sound was going into red. Beautiful sounds. Right, close the doors, fellas. Let's see if I can. There we go. And that one, I don't know if I can reach it. Can I get through the? There it is. And you, sunshine. See the little dashboard hula girl now wobbles. That's part of the update. Right, there we go. Quick look down here. Yeah, we need to turn the inverter on. Done it again. Keep going for that button. Inverter on, that's a good fine. And all good down here. And we've still got the IFF on. IFF, press the button, any button. There we go. Right. All good. Let's increase the throttle. That's all fine. Master caution, we'll reset. There we go, and we are good to go. Right, let me just set up everything over here because I want to have a look at the map. So, as this is a test, I haven't got any real plans. I think what I'll probably do is fly from North Connell, or Oban Airport as it's known here. We will probably, let's go and have a look at Glenfinnan, and then we'll see where we go from there. But as you can see, this is live weather, and as is typical up here in the Highlands, it's not particularly marvellous. So yeah, you take it as it is. But as they also say up here, you know, it can change in an instant. So I'm just going to, don't need that. Let's hide that. Sparky, how you doing, mate? Hope all is good with you. Good to see you here. Right, that's fine. Okay. I'd forgotten. It's been so long since I've streamed. I've forgotten how there is an art to getting the right screens up in the right place so you can actually see what the hell's going on. There you go. You don't like the hula girl, Sparky? I tell you what, as it's you, well-known streamer, are asking me to get rid of her, I will do. I don't want to upset her, but if you insist. Where the hell is the thing gone? Oh, hello. That's not good. There we go. Turn the throttle down a bit. Where's it gone? That's exterior, you noodle, that's why. Oh, it's cabin decorations. Sorry, sweetheart. Sparky says you gotta go. There you go. If anyone wants it back, just shout. I like to keep everyone happy. Right, chip detector. That's come on because I was messing around. So I think what I've got to do now is actually try and fix it. That's because I'm sitting here on the ground messing around, and there we go, messing around and yakking. So let's get rid of that. Don't think that's going to go away now. Right, let's go. Do you know what? It's done it again. The collective on this is vicious if you're used to the fine control on the H145, and I keep meaning to dial in a sensitivity into it, because if you raise it like I'm used to, it does that, it suddenly takes off in a most unnerving way. So I must remember that. But at least we got control of it in the end. What have we got going on? We've got another... It's all going wrong, which it always does on a live stream. We've got all sorts of things happening that weren't happening before. So let's come back. We're going to do the sensible thing. And we're going to come back to North Connell, and we're going to have a look and see what's going on. Listen to that lovely blade slap. Yeah, we've got all sorts of problems happening here, and I don't know if this is a result of sitting on the ground at high throttle, or if it's just some kind of failure that's cropped up. But we're going to land. The new flight model, I don't know if it's just me, but the new flight model is definitely a little bit more feisty. The rudder certainly feels a lot more twitchy, or anti-torque. I mean, I've got full left pedal on there, and it's doing all sorts of funny things. But that might be down to the collector being set up strangely. That's not a good sound. Right, lads, jump out. Okay, so yeah, we've got all sorts of things wrong. Now, it can't possibly be that. I had the fuel on at the start. Okay, so let's... Fuel's already off. Let's close the throttle. Or the fuel pump is off. Interesting that the engine isn't actually closing down. Let me just check down here. Fuel pump is off. That's all there. Lots of alarms going off. What have we got? We've got the engine oil pressure, fuel left, fuel right, chip detector. Basically, a whole lot of stuff is going wrong. So let's just have another look in the overhead. I forgot to put that off. That might have not helped. Yeah, the engine is still going, and I am not sure what else I need to do to whoop, that tracking went then. Yeah, something's not right, Sparky, and I don't know if it's me or the helicopter. I have reduced the RPM using the switch, but anyway, let's see. We will do a restart. And lo, there was calm. Interesting. Yeah, so I've got to remember on this one, collective don't fly it like the H145, or you'll go spinning up. Blimey, I did say it was a test flight. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Let's go back to the main menu. Yeah, all good, Sparky. Thanks, mate. Hope you're well. Hope all is good with you. It's been a while since I've done any streaming, so because I've had some hardware changes, so I thought I'd set everything up and do a little test stream, which is what this is. Let's start. I'm going to start over here this time, I think. Right, and let's go. Yeah, had some hardware changes. I actually was going to go live this morning, but I had so many things to try and sort out. It's actually only until now that I'm getting it done. But anyway, we will see. Oh, you're working tonight, mate. That sucks on a Sunday night. That sucks. Do you get any time off during the week for doing that? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me lock off the, there we go. If I lock that off, then your head's not bobbing around. I'm going to do what I should really do. Always use a checklist. Oh, good lad, mate. Good lad. Where is it? Huey. Oh, of course it's not there, is it? Don't know if I've still got it stored somewhere. Sorry folks, bear with me. There is a reason why people use checklists, and this tends to be why. Because then hopefully things won't go wrong, as they did there. Okay, I don't know where I've saved it to. Okay, I don't want to keep you guys while I dig it out. Hey Thomas, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. Right, let's pull up the old board again and let's have a look to maintenance. We don't appear to have any issues there, so that's fine. Okay, let's try again. So, keep pressing that damn button. Right, battery on. Down here. Reset that. Back up here. Let's get some lights on. Anti-collisions are already on, so that's fine. That's on. We don't need that. That's all good. Inverter is off for the time being, and non-essentials bus is normal on, and starter generator is there. Okay. Let's have right, force trim is in, hydraulics are on, that's fine. Chip detector is set to both, that's all tickety boo. And the IFF, let's do that now and get rid of it. I'm not using it. Everyone's friendly up here. Right, fuel on. And let's now start. So RPM to 40%. Then we'll add some juice. Yeah, BK739. It would be interesting to see what they do for sure. I think Taog has done a cracking job on it. There we go. The other thing he's introduced is this shaking on the cockpit panel now. As we know, the Huey is a shaky bird. Okay, let's have starter generator, standby, and inverter. Come on, there we go. Chip detector has come on. That's because I started it with too much throttle, maybe. See if we got anything on here. So we've got no damage. But we have a chip detector light on. Okay, oh, it's gone off now. I can't tell you what a relief that is. Right, fuel pump is there, that's all good, happy with that. Let's have some more throttle. Right, let's fly. Weather's closed in again, hasn't it? Right, quick look at the map, there we go. Wind is coming from that direction, wind's 19 knots. Coming from 232, so let's see what happens. So this time really gently on the collective. Having to use a lot of pedal, possibly because of the wind. There we go, faces into wind, and let's get some speed. It's behaving a bit better than it did last time. That lovely shake. Let's have a quick look down. And it looks okay there. Yeah, there was something very strange, Sparky. I think what probably happened is that because I yanked up the collective in the way that I would do for the H145, I might have broken it doing that, I'm not sure, but seems to be alright now. But I'm just keeping an eye on things. Dreading that siren going off again. Well, visibility absolutely really stinks now, but let's head over to North Connell. Sorry, that's where we've come from. We'll head off to Glenfinnan, and let's just zoom out the map a little bit. There we go. I was going to look over and read what the updates are, but just having to concentrate a bit too much at the moment. Live streaming flying over water is never exciting, but we won't be there for too long. I'm heading over here to this little bit of headland here, and then a quick skip across. No, Sparky, I've not used it for VFR yet. In fact, I've not used it for a couple of weeks. For doing this sort of flying, it's not really. I use say intentions for IFR flying for the VA and that sort of thing. I will use it to do a bit of VFR, but for doing this sort of thing, the last thing I need is an air traffic controller telling me where to go. This is very much an exploratory flight. But it is rather cool, isn't it? It's certainly very immersive. It's still got a couple of weird things that can happen, but it's incredibly immersive, and the voice recognition is really good. Obviously, because it's got that flight following. Yeah, because it's got that AI thing working, even though like the text thing might come up that it doesn't pick up what you've said. It's like the AI then works on it and interprets it and realizes what you actually meant, or what you actually said, but it makes up for the fact that the voice recognition might not pick something up. But having said that, the voice recognition's really good. Yeah, J-Foot, the sounds in this are absolutely gorgeous. I would go outside, but I fear if I go outside things will go a bit awry. What's the wind now? 15 knots. 15 knot crosswind. Shall we brave an outside view? If it crashes, it's not my fault. Beautiful. Gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely got the sound spot on. Well, I think this weather is absolutely crap for sightseeing, so I'm going to change the weather. Whoa. I was compensating for the wind there. Let's there we go. There we go. Oh, can you? You can tell it what helipad as well. That's clever. I think they've updated, haven't they? They've updated in the last week or so, and I've not had a look at it. Let's what do we got here? I want to get some practice in. Thomas, it's funny people say that. People say you're cheating, but at the end of the day, if you can't see the scenery on a sightseeing flight, there ain't much point. This helicopter really is gorgeous. Such a treat. You enjoying yourself? Nah, of course not. Scenery's looking a bit funny today. Not quite sure I can place it, but I've reinstalled Orbex mesh, and I know that can sometimes mess with a couple of things. It doesn't look like it's loading in the 3D grass, maybe. That could be what it is. Right, let's just hop over here. Oh, look at that blade slap. Gorgeous. And we'll hop down here. Keep an eye on the water. Get back in the. Just wanted to see what SimFX did, but for some reason maybe I'm not low enough. I'm too chicken to get any lower than that at this point. It's funny how you can have control of it very nicely, and then you switch to an outside view, and all of a sudden it just goes absolutely. Oh, there we go. We have an aerobatic Airbus, which I suspect is probably a fighter. I clearly need to update my model matching. Yeah, I agree. I think the wind certainly adds to the realism. There it is. There it is. There's SimFX. Whoa! Don't get too low, idiot. We were definitely nearly needing the surfboards then. Yeah. So for I should say actually, if you don't follow the channel, then most of what I tend to stream is actually flying HEMS missions in the H145, and for that I try and use real world weather because certainly the wind, the conditions, the visibility, all that kind of stuff definitely adds to it. But on a sightseeing mission like this, you kind of need to see the hills. I'm very homesick for Scotland at the moment. I'm not actually Scottish, but I've been lucky enough to live up here at one point, up at Lossiemouth, and I spent some time. I've been camping up here and all that kind of stuff. So although I'm English, there's a part of me that pines for the hills, and that's a bloody awful accent. I'm sorry if anyone is actually Scottish and heard that and is now on the floor either in fits of disgust or laughter. I am sorry. I won't do it again. It's almost as bad as my Sean Connery. I'm not going to do it. Resist! Okay, where are we? So we're not too far now. We're about... yeah, it's just over halfway. As I say, coming over water isn't much fun for you, so I do apologise for that, but we will be over land soon. Quick look down, no orange lights. That's nice. JNLN, it's beautiful. It's very different to the H145 or the H160 in that this is a kind of an old school analog cockpit, all that sort of thing. Whereas the H145 and the H160, obviously with the helionic system and all that kind of stuff, is very modern and up to date. I kind of fly it for different reasons. Like, this is a fun sightseeing trip, and also for me, you know, doing a bit of training in it, some handling training on this test stream. But the H145 I'd use for HEMS and that kind of stuff, and the H160 has got those, you know, those fancy schmancy automatic takeoff modes and that sort of thing. So it's a very different animal, and for me, the three kind of coexist in the same way as the Llama as well. The Llama is a gorgeous helicopter. Yeah, there's a reason to have all three. Yeah, J-Foot, you're right. I shouldn't have done it. Guy, is that you? Is that you in the aerobatic Airbus? Welcome. That's better. We've got something to look at now. There's a nice big house there. You see, I could live there. You could keep the helicopter in the field, and then you've got all this beautiful scenery to look at. We're not far off. Love the sounds. Really is gorgeous. I think the sound is one of the nicest things about this helicopter, actually. Yeah, JNLN, the missions. It's actually the H145 and the ability to fly HEMS missions that got me into helicopters in the first place, and then I got the Random and Anywhere mod from flightsim.to, and that added a whole new world to it. But yeah, flying helicopters in this sim is just fantastic because the world is so good to explore. Ah, we've got another helicopter. It's another Huey. Should really have labels on, shouldn't I? Let's see. Too far round. Didn't see who it was. Hayden, you alright, mate? Hope all is good with you. So I didn't see who that was. So let's have a bit of blade slap. Hey, it's Hugonator in a tornado. Hello. I've lost the Huey. Must be one of them new stealth Hueys. Oh, there it is. Stooth Moose, hello. See, isn't it just a beautiful helicopter? Classic design. There's some more blade slap. Ah, Mr. Shark. Have you brought your banning hammer with you? So where are we? So let's just come back round here. There is a third-party Glenforce that you can load in, but it's about 3 years old and it doesn't look like it's been updated, so I've just got the Billy Basic. Just before anyone is disappointed thinking they're going to see something amazing. Someone needs to do a really good Glenforcer, actually. It's a lovely place to fly into. If anyone knows of one, let me know. The banning hammer has appeared. It's quite ironic, really. I'm in a room. It's quite a small room. I've got the window closed. I've got a blackout blind up because I have to, because of the head tracking system. I've got the door shut so the missus doesn't have to listen to me havering on about helicopters and things. And it's slowly turning into an oven. Whereas out there it looks nice and cool. So this might... oh, look at that. Very nice. So this is beginning to feel a little bit Apocalypse Now, with the sweat that's about to run down my forehead as we approach the LZ. See, I'm starting to get carried away now. There we have the Tornado stroke Airbus. Definitely need to update my tracking, my, what's it called, model matching. The heat's getting to me. So we will stop off at Glenforce, we'll do a landing and then need to figure out where to go from there. I'm banned already! Blimey! Were you a regimental sergeant major in your past life? You have an air of authority about you, sir. Right, let's have a look. There's the headland, there we go. Wind is 272, 2 knots because we're on wimp weather. That's quite handy. Yeah, I do, mate. I've actually got a mug of tea next to me, but I haven't quite managed the one hand on collective, one hand on cyclic. How to introduce tea to mouth without causing a huge deluge of tea down my front. But I kind of need automatic tea making and drinking facilities. That would be handy. Straw. Dude, this is why you're a professional streamer, because you know what you're talking about. I just need like a long straw, like oh, what's that film? I'll drink your milkshake. What's that film? Oh, come on. Daniel Day-Lewis is in it. There Will Be Blood. Yeah, you see there's some very odd patchiness going on here in default. Yeah, I definitely need to set up some kind of curves just for the Huey, I think. The collective is a little bit stabby. Let's just transition over here a little bit. There we go. Phew! Quick look at the chat. Turn on the radiator, it's getting colder. Mate, it's not getting colder in here. Ah, you see, RAF Sea Kings. They knew what they were doing. I actually upset an RAF Sea King helicopter pilot once. He let me sit in the right-hand seat, and he was showing me how everything worked. Then I asked him what would be the optimum attack profile for an Apache, and he wasn't very impressed by that. Hello, Stu. Right, okay, right, where should we go now? Where shall we go now? Somewhere a little bit interesting. Trying to avoid water so we can go over some land. What's the time? Wow, okay. Why don't we go up to the Glenfinnan Viaduct? I wasn't intending to fly for quite so long, but let's do that. So, just pardon me while I set up a quick route. Talk amongst yourselves. If anyone wants to sing, please feel free. There we go. Xbox release. What, for the Huey? I don't know. I suppose Taog is on Xbox, isn't he? So I guess it will get there at some point. Okay, that's fine. What is the time? Okay. Yeah, that's not too far. Right! Quick look down. Everything's good. No amber lights. Nothing to panic about. Let's get going. Oh, quick look at the chat. Doink! Hello. Where did you buy this? So this is on flightsim.to, the Huey, at the moment. Yeah, the sounds are amazing. Let's get some outside sound. I'll get a bit closer. Let's try that one. That gorgeous sound. And over here we can just, there we go, sound of a Merlin. Sound of a Merlin and a Huey. Very nice indeed. Right, let's go. So let's just gently on the collective. Quick look where we need to go. Okay. I have very cleverly landed into, or rather with the tailwind, but with the wind only being 11 knots, I'm not too worried about that. Quick look down. Okay, we don't seem to be... Okay, collective is working. Maybe I'm just being a bit too cautious. There we go. Oh, dodge the Huey, I'm going left. If you'd been awake, mate, you would have called that out. Co-pilots. And typical of me to blame the co-pilot, hey. Wow, yeah, Utah National Parks, that would have been interesting. It's definitely a really nice helicopter for sightseeing. There's, you know, pretty decent visibility out of it, and what with that and the sounds, it's just very atmospheric. Quick look down, everything's good. So yeah, we will zap up to Glenfinnan Viaduct. And then see where we go from there. I might have to call it a day once we get to there. Yes, I would definitely agree with Mr. Shark. It's very good. I mean, I wouldn't hesitate to buy it. I'm sick of buying stuff and then regretting it afterwards, and I've not regretted buying this at all. I got the Alouette, but I never fly it, but that's not because it's no good, it's just personal preference. I don't really like the way it looks. I bought the Llama, absolutely love it. Not flown it much recently because I've been flying other things. The Huey, I wouldn't hesitate. ADR1 Uno. I have flown the Huey in DCS twice. One, I made a video just for everyone's entertainment, and one was just I think I was testing a new install, and both times were really before I'd learned to fly helicopters, so I can't really say. My first flight that I made the video on was absolutely atrocious because I ended up I don't know if I got into a vortex ring state or if I just maxed out the engine, but it ended in a ball of flame. But I've heard some good things about this. I'm sure I saw somewhere a real world Huey pilot saying that he thought it was a good, you know, a good rendition of it. It certainly feels alive. It feels how a Huey should feel. I've never flown a Huey in real life, so I've absolutely no idea, but it feels like how a Huey should feel. You know, you do get a sense of inertia and that it's not like a GTA kind of thing where you're just kind of whopping the stick around and applying a bit of power and it's doing this and it's doing that. It actually feels, especially when you're hovering around and doing all that kind of stuff. Just pop across the valley. Oh, guys over there. Or Eugenator rather. No, that's right. In fact, someone did actually, when I did the Huey video, someone did ask about rigid and semi-rigid, and someone who knows a lot more about these things than I did said that Taog had tried to simulate the real thing as best as he could, given the limitations of the simulator. Oh, that rotor slap. Let's concentrate on where we're going. We've got an H-125 over there. Skip across here. So we did have a bit of 3D grass there. I think there is, looks Looks like there might be some 3D grass there. I quite like having the mesh in because anything that makes the hills more alive is worth it, but it does places like Duxford, it can cause havoc with your grass. It ends up looking like those carpet tiles you get in offices where someone's left one out. Just keeping an eye on the map. I'll turn off the labels now. That's better. The labels are quite useful, but they are a bit of an immersion killer. For me anyway. Right, so now we need to go up this valley, I think, yeah. We'll go over to the loch. Oh, the blade slap. I'm getting so carried away with the blade slap then I've gone off course a little bit. Let's come back over here. Have some more slap. Could almost be a music genre, couldn't it? Huey slap. Let's zoom in on the map a little bit more and then, yes, you idiot. Totally the wrong valley. Silly boy. Failed your navigation exam immediately. No, I'm not using FS Realistic. Do you know what? I bought it, but I've never used it because it just didn't seem to do anything. And I think maybe with using head tracking, I've never understood what the point of it is. If you're seeing the bouncing about on the cockpit there, that's actually been added on the latest update, so you get that nice vibration. But yeah, FS Realistic, I wish I could find a reason to have it. Goodness gracious, that was the ghost of a spit. Yeah, I just cannot see the point of it. Now this is interesting. Or is it? I hear you cry. Camissinus Bay. Let's go and have a look. According to the map, this is a very good point for a photograph. Yeah, Mr. Shark, what kind of sounds do you like to use it for? I know, I remember I used to use it for VA flights, so you'd hear like the sounds of the people buckling up and you get the odd cough and that kind of thing. I genuinely would love to know, because I wonder if I'm missing a trick. I remember when it first came out, there were you know, like YouTube videos saying it's a game changer, and I was thinking, what am I not getting about this? Oh, look at that. Lovely. I haven't got my screenshot button set up. Beautiful. Huey in a spit in formation. And Aidan, absolute respect to you, sir, for flying formation with two Hueys in a Spitfire. You can see the angle of attack there that he's having to hold to stop from stalling. We got another Huey. Amazing. I really should concentrate on my flying. Right, down there, according to the map, is a picnic area We're not going to have a picnic, but if you're ever up this way and you want a picnic, that's where you go. Just there. Do you want a picnic? Useless co-pilot. Oh, just following the shore of the loch. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Sorry, that's probably my fault for suddenly turning. I will try and signal my intentions. Ah, okay, Mr. Shark. Now I get it. I totally understand now, because I don't tend to use defaults, so maybe that's why it's not. It hasn't really done much for mine. There we go. This is Loch Sunut. PGM. Sorry, that was for you, just in case anyone thinks I randomly just call out the names of lochs as I fly over them. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. This is why the Highlands is so beautiful. Here we have the land in shadow. In the distance we have the hills in the sunlight. Exactly as it is. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Funny I had a tent in the back. Hello, what's that over there? I feel we're about to get intercepted by something. Right, let's concentrate on the map. So we're going to scoot up here. Quick look down. No warnings. I always feel like I need to be extra gentle with the Huey. It just occurred to me I'm not flying it particularly fast, and I've not got the being very careful with the collective as well. Just going to come over the brow of this hill so we can get back down into the next valley. Gorgeous. So yeah, this is streaming in the future as it was in the past, doing a lot of HEMS work, quite often up in Scotland actually, but sometimes somewhere else in the world. But also I need to do some warbird streaming as well, or just do some warbird videos. There's so much stuff to do now, there's so much stuff going on that I don't fly warbirds half enough as I should do. Let's come back down here, just check nothing's coming that way. Lovely bit of blade slap. We're coming up on, which way are you going? St. Finnan's Church, which is on that island. Which I guess must be a ruin. You can just see the outline of it. And then we will scoot up here. Let's just check the map, wind it out a bit. This is Loch Shiel. And we'll head up to the Glenfinnan Viaduct from here for all the Harry Potter fans. How are we doing down there? What's that? I just noticed. Oh, it's just, I thought that was something. Some interesting and ancient ruins. I did it again. I'm sorry. Look how good those trees are. That's Rex Accuseason at its best. Looks nice. Oh, Sparky, I was hoping, having said what I said, I was hoping someone wouldn't bring it up. I am not a Harry Potter fan in the slightest. Which is a very unpopular position to hold. No, I didn't know. I didn't know there was a DLC. What does it do? Does it put the train in? I can't tell you just how hot it is in this room. It's ridiculous. Oh, blimey. Banned again. Banned again. Am I banned for my lack of Harry Potter appreciation? Oh, okay, Jefferson. Oh, he does good stuff. You actually reminded me, Sparky, this caused a bit of confusion. When I last flew the Huey, it was taking a look at the Victoria Falls scenery, and yeah, there was a bit of confusion there around the whole Jefferson and parallel 42 and all that sort of thing. But and I don't know if it's been updated anywhere else now, but I know Edson said at the time that their version, the parallel 42 version, was the most up to date, but that it was probably coming to the other platforms. See, look at those hills there. So blooming realistic. This is why I can never go back to P3D when you've got scenery like that and a world that feels so realistic. Damn, Aidan, look at you in that Spitfire. I think anyone who flies the Spitfire knows that keeping that up is not easy. Oh, well done, well recovered there. Yeah, it is not easy flying a Spitfire that slowly. Oh, is he? Oh, that's good. That'll make it make life a bit easier for Edson and the team, I would imagine. Glenaladale. Yeah, I saw something about trains. Is it global, or is it just in certain areas? I mean, it seems like quite a good idea. Just adds a bit of life to the scenery, doesn't it? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, everything's looking fine. Let's have a look at this road. Blade slap. Wow, entire USA. Right, there we go. There is ahead the Glenfinnan Viaduct, which you may also know if you don't do Harry Potter and you've not been up here, you might know it from Forza. I can't remember which one. My lads had it on Xbox. And I remember being remarkably impressed that such a landmark had been included. Although I don't know if that's what it's actually called in the game. Now, when we get to the viaduct, I am going to have to call it a day, so I'm going to land. Aidan, I don't know if you can actually hear me talking, sunshine. Because you might have difficulty landing, old boy. Although maybe you won't. Those, oh, we've got another. What's that? What's that? Let's turn on the. Lost him. He's gone. That was strange. The time it took me to find the button to turn my labels back on, that jet vanished. Stealth technology, ladies and gentlemen. How far is, just out of interest? Do you know what? Oh, look at that! Let's just wait till he gets... oh, we've got Angel in a spit. Hugonator has appeared in a Chinook. Well done, sir. Listen, I can't call it a day now. I can't call it a day at this point. We are going to fly to the Lochaber Mountain Rescue Base. That's where we're going to go. It's 11 nautical miles. Why the hell not? So here's the Viaduct. Yeah, let's scoot it round. Well done, chaps. There we go. Choo choo. Hope you like the realistic train sound effects I provided there. There's the railway line. Nice bit of blade slap just to say goodbye to the viaduct. Let's move that over there. Skirt over here. Flying helicopters in VR up here is stunning as well. It's just not something I ever really do because I've always got things going on these screens here, so it's a bit difficult to do that in VR, but it's such an immersive experience, especially, well, I say especially, I've not flown this in VR. The H-145 in VR up in the Highlands is amazing, and when you're doing the HEM stuff, you have to lift the goggles every now and again to look at a couple of things, but to actually have a guy winching out the door as you look round in VR is just crazy. How does the stream look, by the way? I am experimenting a little bit. So I've got 4K on my screen here. But then it's outputting in 1080p, so hopefully it looks alright. No one has complained so far, so I'm assuming it's not a pixelated mess, and hopefully you're not seeing stutters. Brilliant, thank you Mr. Shark, that's good to know. It's only gone and worked. That was famous last words, wasn't it? Did I just see something there? No. So we'll scoot along here, and this is Loch Eel. I'm pronouncing it eel, E-I-L, Isle, eel. Do we have anybody from Scotland in the stream who can verify that pronunciation? Because it might be wrong. Look at that! 2 Hueys and a Chinook and a Spitfire. Amazing. Let's go to an outside view, seeing as I'm not too low. Okay, this is why I need to concentrate. Let's get out of Aiden's way, don't want to cause him any difficulty. There we go. Angel up ahead. Turn off the labels again. This has gone on for a lot longer than I expected, by the way. I was just going to do a quick 20-minute test, but I've got a bit carried away, and it's so nice having people up here as well. Seems a shame to kill it off early. What I'm going to try and do is try and stream a bit more regularly, maybe once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks, but also try and keep on top of the editing the videos and all that kind of stuff as well. But streaming's good fun, especially when you've got other people you're flying with. And streaming helicopters is fantastic fun. Hello, holiday makers. Welcome to Scotland. Oh, they've gone. They weren't messing about. So up ahead, ladies and gentlemen, on the nose is Ben Nevis, the tallest mountain in Britain. Yeah, you're right, Sparky. Not easy. And also the it's the concentration and the patience, because the spit, you know. Oh, we've got a Chinook doing aerobatics. Whoa. Yeah, a spit is more like a sports car, and this is the equivalent of being stuck in slow traffic. PGM, Fort William. Are you saying that, is that your hometown? Right, I need to concentrate a little bit. I've never been here in the sim. I can't remember where this has come from. I think it's come from an add-on. Yeah, do you know what? I have lent on the controls as well. I've knocked the controls, I've nudged the controls, I've tweaked the controls accidentally, and it can have disastrous effects. There's the, just on the nose, you see those two lines coming down, that's part of the hydroelectric plant there. Blimey, I'm turning into a geography teacher. All I need now is a herringbone jacket with patches on it. Now that's dating me more than that joke, isn't it? I can't imagine the last time a geography teacher wore such attire. Yes, Mr. Shark, I've got the mesh in. So up here we've got old Inverlochy Castle. I think Sparky said visit a castle. I don't know if this is in the sim. I've got a feeling when we get there it's going to be really disappointing and it's going to be more like Dunder Mifflin. But we'll have a look. There is, I think that's, getting distracted by something else now. Is that Neptune's staircase over there? No, it suddenly occurred to me, I can't remember the last time I came to Fort William in the sim. Let's see if we can find this castle. God, it is ridiculously hot in here. UH-1H. Well, I'm not seeing anything. Ah, there it is. Good God. Sparky, if you're still here, mate, there's your castle, sunshine. Don't say I don't do nothing for you. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's just go back here again. Sorry, chaps, I just want to have a look at this Neptune staircase. See what it looks like on the sim. Let's just zoom the map in a little bit. Yeah, that was Neptune's staircase. I stayed in a really nice log cabin. There it is. It's a series of locks. Not locks. 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 As opposed to locks. There you go. And it steps up here. And yeah, where were they? I wonder if I can. I wonder if it's in the sim. Sorry, I'm really indulging myself in a bit of nostalgia here. So bear with me. Yeah. Let's have a look. So this is the River Lochie. Over there. Let's go and have a look, see if it's here. Sorry, we will be finishing the stream soon. I do promise you that this isn't going to be me forever now, just waffling on about places I've been to. So there we go, we got the canal. We're coming up on the Shengain Viaduct, Aqueduct rather, which is another photo. There's another castle, look. It was worth coming up here, wasn't it? So there's an aqueduct there, but we can't really see anything in the sim. Yeah, it was really nice. It was first time I took my wife up to Scotland, and we stayed up here, and you could see Ben Nevis from the cabin, and one evening a stag came trotting up into the front and just stood there looking in through the windows. A huge stag, absolutely incredible. It's like I'd paid for it to appear just to try and impress her. It was a really wonderful sight. Cheers, Thomas. Great having you along, mate. See you soon. Ah, PGM, okay. I'm trying to see if there's somewhere where you guys might be able to land actually, rather than going back to the mountain rescue place. See if I can see somewhere where you guys might actually be able to land. We're just following the canal. See, that's not too bad, but there's too many trees around. I think that might be inviting health and safety visitor with a fluorescent jacket and a clipboard. Ah. That looks promising. Let's have a quick look here. Me being indulgent, looking at holiday places. So, I think it's going to be, yeah, it's all auto-gen, but that there is lockable lodges. Right there. So they're like log cabins. Okay, sorry chaps, I'm heading back this way. Okay, so, Spitfire chaps. Here you go, look at that. Perfect landing site for you. So I'm going to, there you go. Just watch out for the bushes. Trying to get a bit lower so I can get a better idea of the gradient. Yeah, that's alright. That's okay. Look at that. Beautifully done, whoever that was. beautifully done. Right, let me put this down here. Whoa! Nice avoiding action there. God, it's too hot in here. Okay, I'm not going to close the engine down because we need some sounds. Lovely. Let's get the nameplates on. Unfortunately, that one is so close. Oh, I wonder if I back off if I'll see it. There we go. That's actually quite a good little spot, that. Fort Augustus. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's just further up. Further up that way. Yeah. Looks like a lovely place, that. I've driven through it. And it was, God, we watched something on TV recently that used Fort Augustus as the filming location. But it looked really nice. Lovely. There we go. And I was going to say, oh, flyover. Very nice. And we've got a Lynx flyover. This is like an air show. This Lynx is not yet released, but it's going to be out. I don't know when. I was going to say soon, but I'm not sure. But it's a lovely model. Very nice. Thank you. 4-sec shark, Mister. I like the way you put the Mister at the end, by the way. It's got an authoritative kind of, you know, militaristic tone about it. I salute you, sir. Cheers, Sparky. Great to have you along. Good to chat, and hope work goes well later on, mate. Ah, Clifford. How are you? Clifford in the chat, of course. Clifford Designs makes absolutely beautiful scenery. If you haven't caught the video on the channel that has just been uploaded, looking at Moria, it's well worth a look. Not so much for my flying, but definitely for Clifford's scenery. Look at that, nicely done. Head tracking as a camera device. And there's the Lynx over there. Beautiful. Well, it's been lovely having you along, guys. Thanks ever so much for joining, for people for watching, and for the guys that have come along and flown as well. It's kind of given me the enthusiasm and the fire to want to get streaming again. So much appreciated. And yeah, I shall see you around, and I look forward to seeing you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.